God has wanting me to tell my testimony about my faith and my religion, my relationship with the faith. This is the Holy Spirit. And I'm like, okay, but God, I barely know you, okay? I know about you, but I don't know you. You know what I mean? It's different. And he was like, I know, tell your testimony, tell your testimony, tell your testimony, tell your testimony. And I'm like, God, but my voice face in the shadows, nobody is gonna listen to me. I know I see the views. I know that your voice is gonna fade in the shadows. Do it. Okay. I do it. I go stronger on my faith. I go stronger on my faith. But I'm anticipating to the events. Because I've been talking about Jesus things, insights, like learn. I've been talking out loud my lessons if you go to my feed. And I was like, yeah, Jesus this and that, and my life this and my life that, but that is not my testimony about my faith. Okay. In the beginning, there was nothing. And then God created the Garden of Eden. And he created Adam. And from his rib, he created Eve. Eve is the flower that comes from Adam. And Eve is the seed of God, the Garden of Eden. We are the representative of the Garden of Eden, and our breasts are like flowers. So, when Adam was created, God told him, don't do this. It's really bad. Okay. And when Eve was created, the serpent devil deceived Eve. And she made a mistake. Oh, who is free from sin that throws the first stone? Okay? Alright. So she made a mistake. And Adam should have sacrificed for her mistake. But he did not do that. So now both are expelled from the garden. Good. Cut to Jesus. So Jesus is born where the Roman Empire. Islam had not yet been written. Also, it wasn't there. So there were Jews that talk Aramaic, Romans. Well, there were many types of people. There were Egyptians, there were Pharisees, there were many people, okay? But let's focus on the important things, okay? Not classifying of people that do not exist anymore. But the importance are the Romans, the Jews. And I'm talking about the things that play in place, okay? But I just wanted to let you know that not only Romans and Jews existed at the time. They're probably Turkish, the Chinese, Africans, but in the place where Jesus was born, mostly were Romans and Jews. But other people too, Pharisees and all stuff. Oh my God, what a mess. Fuck. Essentially, as far as I'm concerned. So, Jesus exists to die. So Jesus is born and he goes around the world learning things, guided by his father. and himself and God. So when he's 30 years old, he comes back to his land where he comes from, and then he starts to teach the truth. Okay. When he is completely rejected and he bleeds out with that blood that he cleansed humanity, because we, humanity, are the extension of God. God, again, is more human than you. So although you don't see him, he's more human than you. So with his son Jesus and himself, Holy Trinity, God, Son, and Holy Spirit, so they cleanse the humanity from the sin that Eve initially created. Good. Cut to I was born. And I was born with a voodoo father, a non-protective mother, and a jealous sister. Good. God gifted me a little piece of heaven that my own grandfather, God bless him, built. We had 2 fig trees, 1 almond tree, 1 tree that gave grapes. We had a swimming pool. We had a huge garden, and we would play tennis, basketball, football, not football, but we drove bike. And before I was born, they had animal. Seriously, a little piece of heaven. And then he rubbed it away. My little piece of heaven now is pavement. It's so sad. And we would grow wild Camille. It was the best place in the world. So that place is dead. So I was born in a little piece of heaven, and I was born in the illusion that I was granted with the perfect life and love. Nah. Then life hit me and stopped me and choked me for real. And many things. And it's like, what is going on? I know I am a Pisces, which is in the zodiac the last sign in the reincarnation cycle. I know for a fact that I was reincarnated. I always had like premonitions, and when I was around 6 or 7 years old, I had the premonition that the world was gonna end, and I had it like 2 weeks ago again. So I was like, because it was a premonition, and now it feels like a deja vu, but it's not a deja vu. But talking about deja vus, many deja vus, and I didn't have deja vus for a while until I met my boyfriend. I was born but in the context where I was born, although it's full of devils, it was supposed to be, it was Catholicism, right? But they don't teach it good. So they inflict you fear first, and they don't teach you about anything else, you know? So you're stuck on the fear. And you don't know, they don't teach you that why should you be scared? He's already saved you. So it never got clear for me up until recently, because my boyfriend is Muslim, and he drew me to my faith. Because of him, my faith grew stronger. And when I was a child, I also had a fever dream of many people are preparing me a dress. But there is like a needle flying in the air. Everything's dark. It's black, pitch black. And if I touch that needle, I die. So I and it would repeat in loop. As soon as I was about to touch that needle, and my Down syndrome aunt was in front of me. So I don't know what that means. Like, am I replacing her place? Is she gonna die? Do I have to die for her? It's a fucking mess. And it repeats, and it feels like, don't focus on that, focus on the dress. So not only that, I'm gonna explain my overall, in little words, my whole life experience. I crave for the love that God made me, the illusion that I had in that little piece of heaven, then stripped that away from me. And I've been longing and searching and searching and searching and searching and searching and searching more for that. And I have not found it. I clarify this. I have found it through forgiveness. Forgiveness feels like home. I was decently obsessed with romantic love for a reason. I don't know the reason, but I know for a reason. And that has taught me so much about life. And the point is that I'm gonna describe my life as I was about to give up on life. Like, I tried to give up my life 3 times, but I didn't. And before I met my boyfriend, I just gave up on love. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a witch. I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life. It's my destiny, and I hope that I have many cats. Yes. And I was okay with that. And then I met my boyfriend, and then I had so many. I cannot. I made a leap of faith. The best way I can describe it is I made a leap of faith, and it has been everything but peaceful. But I have got to know peace, because you see, I love my boyfriend so much so. After giving up on my mind, I fell in love with him in a way that got me surrendering to him, to my boyfriend. Like, I'm willing to do anything for you. I love you that much. I don't know why, but I love you that much. I'm not willing to give you up. I'm willing to fight for you. I'm willing to change for you. You know, not my personality, but my boundaries, and, you know, fucking mature, you know? Becoming a fucking adult. Responsible and shit. Took 3 years. And remember, God works in 3. And so he got me surrendering. And after that, he said, okay, good. I like what you're doing. Perfect. This is God's words. And now, exactly what you're doing, the way you're loving him, the way that you're behaving, the way that you are changing, the way that you are fighting, that, now, turn and look at my son. I want you to do that for Jesus Christ. Okay, because I was asking myself, how is it that there are good men out there and I repel them? How come that I repel them? How come that I repel them? I am not even being desperate. I'm not being pushy. I'm being myself. I'm trying to be everything. And not only I'm trying, but I'm achieving to do the complete checklist where I'm looking for the papers. So I'm like, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? At some point, dude, it cannot be me. At some point, it cannot be me. Okay? And the latest lesson was, no, it's not you. You are not wrong. You're not wrong. You aren't. What happens is your heart is so good, so good, so good, so good, so good, that your heart is too good for this world. Because people are not willing to take accountability, and perhaps I was looking for love in the wrong places, or I was being over optimistic, or God wanted to put me through so much, because I have been doing nothing but changing and evolving since the fucking day that I was fucking born. And you want to know what I learned about myself in this matter? I'm not scared. I can look at the devil dead in the eyes because my soul is fucking dead. I'm not living in this world anymore. You see me, you hear me, but I'm not here. I am already surpassed this experience. I'm over it. I'm always before life. I live forward in this life. Understand it or not, ears to hear, but I'm not living in the present. I never did. Anyways, that gave me a lot of struggles. But what I learned about myself is that I'm not scared. I'm not scared of narcissists. I'm not scared of demons. I'm not scared. And that strength, it comes from God, but it's an inner enlightenment. I didn't need God. Also, understand me, God gave me the strength. But my heart was not with him all along the way. It's just now that I'm like, oh shit, you were the missing piece of the puzzle, God. So I have completed the puzzle. I was missing one piece, one and only. And that was all on you. I love you so much. And I at some point when you think about things, you're like, I don't understand, And God has taught me something about love. That if I want to get what I want, I have to be myself. And myself means unconditional love to everyone. I have been granted the power to change hearts. And I say that with conviction because I've done it a decent amount of times. I have the ability and power to love you so much unconditionally that when I go away, you will come back if your heart is in the right place. I've suffered so much. I can see you in an instant. I don't need anything. And I know how to reach your heart in a matter of instance. My intuition has never failed me. And when I thought that I was wrong, like, oh shit, my intuition was wrong. No. One layer deeper, you were right all along. I say, with my heart in my hand, that there is absolutely no human being right now alive in the face of this earth that can understand me. Only Jesus, and Jesus only. My only salvation to survive in this existence, in this experience overall, is loving unconditionally. Giving and giving and giving and giving. And I'm so broken, I don't expect anything. I don't want anything in return. I want you to see your fucking self. Don't say thank you to me. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm unbreakable. I'm unbreakable. Why am I unbreakable? Because of him. And only him. I spent my whole life being pulled away from him. I had to fucking scratch the whole fucking hell in order to find him. I don't know why the intensity of me being pulled away from Jesus, but it was my destiny.